Hello, everyone. Listen, thank you so much for tuning in. And I want to ask you a question. Why is everybody so afraid of the credit cards? Why are you afraid of your credit cards? Why are you cutting up your credit cards? Why? This is free money, folks. Okay. You did a great job repairing your credit. You did a great job building your credit. And now you're going to punish yourself by ripping up free money. Some of you are getting $5,000, $10,000, $12,000, $20,000 in credit cards, in lines of credit, and you're giving them up. Why? Why? If you got a 700, you greatly reduce your chances from ever increasing that score so that you could save even more on your interest rates. Folks, there's no reason to be afraid of fire if you know how to put it out, if you know how to start one, if you know how to control it. All right? With fire, we've gone to the moon. With fire, we can warm our hands. But with fire also, we can also destroy, can't we? And so right now, we do not want to destroy. We want to build. And we want to show you how not to be afraid of those pesky interest rates. Okay? Let me just show you what I mean. Okay? You have a $12,000 credit card. Now, mind you, okay, this is a very important point. You did not earn that $12,000. Okay? You earned it through your reputation of being a good steward of paying your bills on time, right? Electric bill. Maybe you had a loan from the bank because you were just starting out and you paid that loan in a consistent manner. Or maybe you even clicked on one of our links, self.inc. And you know what? You were a good steward of that credit builder account. So your credit grew and grew and grew and grew. And guess what? Lenders saw that and said, you know what? We're going to give this person $5,000. Okay? $5,000. And of course, they give credit limit increases. You know what I mean? And it's just beautiful. I mean, I've been a victim of thousands of dollars worth of credit line increases. And let me tell you something. You don't want to rip that up. You don't want to rip free money up, okay, just by getting a good reputation. That's what credit is. And so $5,000 right here, okay, you have, and you earned it through your reputation, not hard sweat, on the job or anything like that, but through your reputation. $5,000 you now have. Okay, but let's be real. There's those pesky cash advances, right? If you want cash out, you got the cash advance, right? Let's say the cash advance is 3%. Okay. Absolutely, cash advance 3%. Okay, on top of that, right? Ooh, you have the APR. Your APR. You know what? Just because I want to be ridiculous, all right? It's going to be at 30%. Absolutely. You see, CJ, I thought that was a good reputation. Yeah, it is, but I'm just being ridiculous. All right? I'm just being ridiculous. Just to show you, okay, how ridiculous it is not to use your credit cards because of these numbers here. Remember how these numbers are calculated. They're calculated much differently than the amortized loans. That's for sure. Because they're going to show you, some people will be like, they'll push the mortgage and be like, yeah, it's at 6% or it's at 3%. When really, it's the 3% is 60%. And then the 6% is closer to 115%. You didn't know that, did you? Absolutely. It's the scale, folks. It's the difference between Fahrenheit and Celsius. Remember that. So we have the 3%. Okay. Then we got the 30%. Right? So what is 30%, okay, multiplied by $5,000? When we do that, we got to remember that that's going to be our annual percentage rate. That's how much money it's going to cost, this $5,000 cost. So let's go ahead and just do the math here, okay? I'm going to do it on the board here if you don't mind. I know a lot of you are like, oh, I'm going to fast forward through this because I hate math. That's good. You can do it. I just count the zeros. You know what I mean? How many of you love counting zeros? Huh? How many of you like counting comma? Singular. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to put the zeros here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're just going to multiply the numbers, the real numbers. 5 times 3, 15. All right. Boom. Okay. Now, remember, with this, we had to go ahead and move the 30%, right? We want to turn it into a decimal, so we had to move it 2 places to the left. So 1, 2, okay? So it's 0.3, so that's 0.30 right there, okay? So we then have to move this from the right, because the decimal's over here right now, 2 places. So 1, 2. So what is that? That's $1,500. $1,500, okay, that you owe. All right? But that's not your money, remember, right? Huh? It's not. So you owe the $1,500. That's if you keep the $5,000 balance on your card, which you're not going to do, right? Okay. So, and then you also have the cash advance. We'll actually go ahead and talk about that later. But I want to stay and I want to marinate right here. Yeah, we're going to talk about that cash advance. We're going to do that later. But I want to stay right here in APR land. All right. That stands for annual percentage rate. It doesn't stand for April. Okay. But 30% equals the $1,500 of that $5,000. That's if you're keeping it at $5,000. That's how much you'll owe. But my question is this: how are you going to be paying that? Will you be writing a check for $1,500? No. No, they take it from your line of credit to the place where you're not even going to know that they're taking it. Because the simple truth is, as you pay money in to your line of credit, you can then borrow the same amount. You put $100 in, you can borrow $100. You pay $100, you can borrow $100, $200, $300, $500, $1,500. Does that make sense? Okay, so we're going to go ahead and continue on with the APR, okay, and we're going to multiply it. We're going to multiply it up. So we already said that $1,500 is going to be the APR at 30%. Remember, it's at 30%, okay? That's kind of on the high side, but that's okay. So $1,500 at 30%. What are we going to do then? We're going to divide that $1,500 up, and we're going to divide it by the banking calendar days, which is 360. But you know, since I want to do easy math, I'm going to go ahead and divide it by 12 instead, which is the 12 months in a year. And we're going to see how much each month costs, all right? So $1,500 divided by 12. Are you ready for this? Let's go ahead and do it. You know, it's been a while since I did division like this. So you guys, this is a very special event right here. I'm doing math up in here. All right, so what is that, 2, right? Can you do it faster than me? Huh? 24, all right. And so we're just going to go down here and put 60 here. And then that's going to be 5, okay? So $125, folks, for that month, okay? To borrow the $5,000. Okay, so $125, and you'll divide the $125 by 30, okay, so that you can get your daily breakdown. But look, it's costing you $5,000 to borrow 125, or to, it's costing you $125, okay, to borrow $5,000 each month. Is that okay? Especially when you're investing in your education? Is that okay? Especially when you're investing in yourself? Is that okay? It only costs you $125 a month. Hey, folks, it's worth it. Okay? Because with your paycheck and with your line of credit, you're going to pay this off in no time. And so that's 30%. Only $125 each month. So let's go to the 3% cash advance and see if that's anything to be afraid about. All right? God bless. And folks, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe this. I mean, look at this. $5,000 you got. Please, let's not cry over 125 a month. All right? You already have it. And it's gonna go somewhere. Why not let it go to you? God bless. You take care.